Right. Let's unpack this. We're diving into a topic that, well, lots of people think is just spreadsheets and maybe waiting until you're 75.
Right, extreme deprivation, that kind of thing.
Exactly. But our sources, they're challenging that view entirely. What if financial independence is actually less about some far-off retirement date
Mm-hmm.
and more about buying freedom, like reclaiming your life, starting, today?
It's such a crucial distinction because what we found, it isn't just about the financial mechanics, is it? It's really a mindset shift.
Okay.
So we've pulled together details on the differences, subtle but really vital, between two big financial philosophies. We
Yeah.
walk through a practical investment case study using specific ETFs.
Yep. Got that.
And this was fun. Uncovered a pretty surprising source for mastering risk management.
Interesting. Okay, so our mission here is to really extract the nuts and bolts. How do you set up a lazy money system that actually works? And understand how that high-level strategy connects to the tiny details like platform fees.
It all links together.
Yeah. So you're getting the shortcut to being well-informed, building that foundation, hopefully without the burnout.
You definitely want to avoid the burnout.
Okay, so let's start with that big philosophical divide you mentioned. Everyone talks about FIRE.
Yeah, fire's everywhere.
But what we've discovered is maybe the power of its gentler cousin, just FI.
FI, yeah.
Yeah.
So just to be clear, FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early.
Right, the classic definition.
It's the aggressive one. Built on really rigorous math, it demands extreme budgeting, super high savings rates, think like 50, maybe 70%.
Wow.
And the whole goal is hitting that magic number, 25 times your annual spending, so you can just stop working fast. It's a sprint.
It sounds admirable, maybe, but the source material, it's pretty honest about the downsides, the trade-off.
Oh, absolutely.
It really highlights this serious potential problem, the burnout factor.
Totally. The focus becomes this, like, all-consuming obsession with the finish line.
Right, and you miss everything else.
Exactly.
Okay.
The author we looked at, they initially chased FIRE really hard. You know, the spreadsheets, the no-fun budgets,
Been there.
that whole just endures this awful job for 5 more years kind of mentality. And sure, they saved a fortune, but they hit a wall. They realized life isn't just a clean spreadsheet, right?
Yeah.
It's messy.
Yeah.
Years of that extreme deprivation, it could just leave you exhausted. And you're only focused on enduring until retirement, not actually building a life you enjoy now.
Which is exactly why the pivot to FI, just financial independence, feels so powerful.
Yeah.
This isn't necessarily about quitting your job tomorrow.
No, not at all.
It just means having enough savings, enough options to support the life you actually want without being chained to, a toxic boss or a job you just hate.
It is all about optionality. FI in practice means you've built boundaries. You actually have the freedom to say no to that horrible Slack message at 9 p.m.
Oh, the worst.
The one that screams all hands on deck. Because you know you have that financial safety net. Your deck. Sorry, it's closed.
Huh, right. And it's the space to choose other things, too.
Like what?
Like maybe pivoting to part-time work or starting that passion project, even if it only sells like 2 mugs a month on Etsy.
But it makes you happy.
Exactly. It makes you excited to wake up. Or it's the ability to take, say, a 6-month break, maybe travel or study without total financial panic setting in.
Mm-hmm. The key insight from these sources, it really shifts the focus. It's not about an early retirement date.
Right.
It's about the freedom to choose every single day.
Okay.
And there's that really telling anecdote in there.
The eye surgery one.
Yeah. Where the author realized they had waited 11 years. 11 years to get basic laser eye surgery.
Why?
Because they were so fixated on that huge, distant financial number
Oh, wow.
that they totally neglected investing in just seeing clearly right now.
That perfectly illustrates it. Obsessing over the destination versus actually enjoying the journey you're on.
Precisely.
Okay, that mindset shift is huge. But now let's move from the philosophy to the mechanics, creating that freedom fund.
Right. Getting practical.
We're getting into the financial orchard, choosing the right trees.
Yeah, the source used this great Goldilocks story analogy. They look at a $10,000 starting investment
Okay.
and search for that just right ETF mix, for long-term growth efficiency.
Got it. So let's look at the 3 trees they considered. First up was JEPI. This was the flashy one, right? Income focused.
That's the one. JEPI is attractive because it pays out these nice, juicy monthly dividends.
How does it do that?
It uses a strategy called covered calls. Basically, Think of it like selling temporary rights to someone else on stock you own.
Okay.
You get paid for selling that right, which is the income, but you also limit your potential upside if the stock price shoots up.
So it generates cash flow, which sounds good. But what's the catch? The cost.
The cost is definitely its expense ratio. It's high, 0.35%. That's like 3 times higher than the others they looked at. And the investor realized, okay, this is a pretty complex strategy.
Right.
That demands this premium fee. Why pay that fee when you could maybe learn to do covered calls yourself or just choose a cleaner, lower fee option for growth?
Makes sense. For long-term growth, those fees just eat away at your returns. Your blueberries, as they called it.
Exactly. Too many fee muffins, not enough blueberry money.
Huh. Okay, which leads us to tree number 2, VOO, the reliable one. Slow and steady, S&P 500 tracker.
Yep, VOO is kind of foundational, especially if your plan is, say, 10 years or more. Growth-focused.
And the fee?
Almost negligible, 0.03%.
Wow.
The source called it free mulch, which I thought was pretty accurate. It's just classic passive low-cost investing, built for patience, capitalizing on the whole market going up over time.
Okay, simple, effective. And then finally, the compounding magician, CSPX. Now, if VOO is the staple, why bother with CSPX? The fee's a little higher, 0.07%.
Okay, this is where a key technical difference comes in. CSPS is what's called an accumulating ETF, meaning it automatically takes any dividends it earns and just reinvests them straight back into the fund. Buys more assets.
Okay, so the dividends get reburied, as they put it.
Right, before you even see them. VOO, on the other hand, is typically distributing ETF. It pays the dividend out to you in cash, usually.
And then you have to decide what to do with it. Reinvest it yourself or...
Exactly.
Yeah.
CSPX handles that reinvestment work for you, which really helps compounding over the long run.
Okay, automatic compounding. But why did the sources say it was particularly tax efficient for international investors?
Right. So when you actually receive a dividend, like from VOO, that's usually a taxable event right then and there, depending on your country's rules.
Gotcha.
But if you never technically receive the money, because it's immediately reinvested within the fund by CSPX, it often changes the tax treatment.
Yeah.
For many non-U.S. investors who are focused purely on growth, not income right now, it can be much more tax efficient.
I see. So it's just a cleaner structure for that long-term hands-off compounding goal.
Precisely.
Okay, so the final decision in the source was basically ditch the expensive JPI.
Yep, too pricey.
And go for a combination of VOO and CSPX. The lesson seems to be find your own just right mix, but really, really focus on those low expense ratios.
Absolutely. But, and this is crucial, that mix, it's still only half the battle.
Oh.
Yeah, here's the insight that the source has really hammered home. Even the absolute best investment choices can be kind of undermined by poor operational choices.
Okay, explain that.
As they put it. Even the best tree won't bear much fruit if you pick the wrong platform.
Okay. This brings us to the platform fees and the timing aspect. Let's compare the two. They looked at SIFE and IBKR, interactive brokers, using that CSPX purchase as the example.
Right. This is where seemingly tiny details start to add up to significant costs over time.
So looking at SIFE first, it often advertises free trades.
Yeah, but there's a catch, usually only like twice a month, free.
Right.
But the critical limitations the source pointed out were, 1, the Forex rate.
Foreign exchange rate.
Yeah, when you convert your local money to U.S. dollars to buy the ETFs, their rate might not be the best available. It's a hidden cost.
Okay. And the second limitation?
The timing. This is a big one. Trades on SIFE, for this particular setup, only execute on Tuesdays.
Only Tuesdays? Wow, that seems restrictive, especially if you're aiming for financial freedom.
Completely restrictive. Think about it. If the market takes a big dip on, say, a Friday night, a great buying opportunity.
You want to jump on that.
Exactly. You want to catch that dip when opportunity knocks. But with this setup, you literally cannot act until the following Tuesday.
So you lose that flexibility, that ability to react.
Totally, which is like a key part of actively managing and building your wealth.
Okay, so then compare that to IBKR. They offer more flexibility, presumably, and better pricing, especially for smaller accounts starting out.
Yes, exactly. The key difference highlighted was tiered versus fixed pricing.
How does that work?
Okay, so a fixed pricing structure might mean you pay, I don't know, $5 every time you trade. Doesn't matter if you buy one share or 1,000.
Right.
IBKR offers tiered pricing. This means you pay based on the volume or the number of shares you actually buy.
I see.
So for someone that's starting with, say, $10,000, making smaller, regular purchases, paying based on the number of shares is usually way cheaper than paying a flat, fixed fee every single time you click buy.
And the sources actually calculated the savings, didn't they?
They did. For their specific example trade, they calculated saving $2.51 per trade by using tiered pricing. It was like $1.85 tiered versus $4.36 fixed.
Okay, $2.51 might not sound like a fortune.
Right, per trade.
But then you connect that back to the long-term view.
Exactly. It compounds. It's not just that immediate saving. Saving, say, $30 a year just on trading fees, plus getting maybe a slightly better Forex rate, plus having the ability to trade when you want. That translates into potentially hundreds of dollars saved or gained over a decade. It's about optimizing your operational efficiency so your money can grow faster.
And it gives you that psychological boost, too, knowing you're not wasting money on unnecessary fees.
Definitely. It all feeds back into feeling in control.
Okay, speaking of control and operational efficiency, this leads us perfectly to our most unexpected source, a masterclass in risk management from the movie Casino.
Oh, yeah, it sounds kind of absurd, right? Pulling financial advice from a mob movie.
A little bit.
But the core lesson, when you filter out the illegal stuff,
Yeah.
it's actually perfect for personal finance.
Oh, so?
Casino is essentially a deep dive into highly disciplined business operations. The big idea is, even if the whole system's kind of rigged or chaotic, meticulous attention to detail, rigorous inventory control, obsession over profit margins, that stuff is everything.
Okay, I can see that. And the financial analogy they used, the blueberries and muffins.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Your money, your capital, that's the blueberries.
Right.
Your total cash flow, your budget, your investment structure, that's the muffins.
Okay.
If your expense ratios, your fees, your platform charges, if those are too high, you end up with too many fee muffins and not enough blueberry money inside.
The system breaks down.
The system inevitably breaks. You need enough blueberries per muffin.
Got it. That meticulous operational control.
It's the antidote. It's the antidote to the ultimate lesson from that whole cinematic saga, really.
Which is?
Emotional decisions, greed, jealousy, revenge, personal drama. Those are the absolute #1 cause of financial ruin.
Whether you're running a casino empire.
Or just managing your own modest retirement portfolio. The principle is the same. Emotion is the enemy of sound financial management.
So the action step for you, the listener, is crystal clear then.
Yeah.
You have got to ruthlessly audit your financial muffins. Check those ingredients.
Absolutely. If the outside world, the market, interest rates is always going to be chaotic. The only things you can truly reliably control are your own inputs, your systems, your fees. Are they optimized? Are your systems automatic?
And that leads right into the practical tactics from the sources for maintaining that control. First one, automation.
Yes. The lazy person's guide to financial freedom, they called it. Set up and automate your savings system.
How does that help?
By scheduling recurring transfers, say, from your checking account to your investment account. Right after payday, you just remove the emotional decision-making entirely.
Takes willpower out of the equation.
Totally. Your money just quietly grows while you're busy living your life. Or, let's be honest, binge-watching something.
Yeah. It's the ultimate operational efficiency. Boring, maybe, but it works.
That consistency is the secret sauce for compounding. It's not sexy, but it's powerful.
Okay, automation is key. What else?
The second practical element of control is rigorous asset hygiene.
Asset hygiene sounds clean.
Oh, yeah. The sources warn about what they call the billion-dollar global game of hide and seek.
What's that?
It's people just forgetting about money. Old cash accounts, maybe a small insurance payout they never claimed, forgotten retirement plans from jobs they left years ago, especially if they move countries.
That sounds like a problem for, like, billionaires with offshore accounts. Does that happen to regular people?
Oh, absolutely. All the time. People just lose track. Life gets busy.
Okay, so the advice.
Don't let your money play hide and seek. It's simple stuff, but easily ignored. Regularly review your old accounts. Tidy up your financial spreadsheets. And critically update your beneficiaries on everything.
Ah, good point.
A little bit of that asset hygiene now prevents your heirs from potentially needing to hire expensive global asset recovery firms later just to find money that was rightfully yours.
Okay, makes total sense. So that's really the full path laid out, isn't it?
Pretty much.
We moved from the extreme saving of fire to the much more sustainable freedom to choose of FI.
Building options.
We established a kind of Goldilocks investment strategy. Low-cost giants like VOO and CSPX seem key.
Focused on those fees.
We learned that obsessing, maybe in a healthy way, over platform efficiency, things like tiered pricing and trade timing, can actually save you significant money over the long haul.
The details matter.
And then we wrapped it up with that unexpected lesson from Casino.
Right. Wealth building is operational. It's about smart, consistent, sometimes boring step.
Built on systems that take emotion out of it.
Exactly. Control what you can control.
What's really fascinating is how universal that core advice is. Discipline, controlling inputs, whether you're aiming for FI or, running a complex business.
It scales. And that actually leads perfectly into the final provocative thought we wanted to leave you with.
Okay.
It connects that mechanical efficiency right back to that fundamental mindset shift we started with.
All right.
If financial independence is truly about buying freedom,
Right.
what is the smallest financial boundary you could set, or maybe system you could automate, literally today? Not next year, but today. Something that would reclaim just a tiny piece of your time or your peace of mind.
So like maybe automating one small savings deposit right after listening to this?
Could be, or maybe it's finally using the confidence from that growing safety net you're building to just say no to that one unnecessary weekend work request.
Find that first small freedom.
Yeah. Find that first small win for your freedom and then just build from there.